What's up? What's up? What's up? Good morning, good afternoon, good night, everybody, wherever you're at. Man, we're getting started with a great week. We got some really positive things I'm going to be bringing up today. Shout out to everybody here in the community and shout out to the members. We got the members set up. Members, we're going to have all kind of emojis. The more people join, the more emojis we can create. It only lets you do 4 at the beginning. I think we've already passed the threshold to add some more, but shout out Crimson Caravan. You know, I'm going to do the shout outs once we're live on air, actually, so everybody else can hear it as well. I'm going to do a special shout out to each one of you members that have joined. Thank you so much for being part of the family. Hope you all had a good weekend. Throw a 1 in chat if you're feeling grateful. Throw a 2 in chat if you're ready to feel grateful. Throw a 3 in chat if you're ready to spread gratitude. Let's get this today, baby. I had to run upstairs to grab my headphones. Can't even find them, so it doesn't matter. I'm looking forward to this stream, guys. We got a lot of great charts we're going to be looking at today, breaking things down. Hope you're all feeling good. We're going to be getting going here in just a moment, about 2 or 3 minutes. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ding the bell. Let's go ahead and change this time way sooner. There we go, 2 minutes. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you're tuned in from. Welcome to the BitLab Academy daily stream. Shout out to everybody out there. Throw a one in chat if all the audio visual, everything is looking good, feeling good. I got some special shout outs to make and a great announcement. We got the BitLab memberships here on YouTube live. And of course, we have 3 different levels of that, and you're not by any means required to join any of them if you don't want. It's an easy way to help the channel and also get some exclusive access to some wonderful updates, because we got a lot of stuff that we're doing on a regular basis in the Discord and in the premium Discord, but I wanted to make sure that we had a way to provide some stuff to people that are just here in Discord. Some people don't, just here on YouTube. Some people don't like Discord. Some people, so on and so forth. And some people just want to also participate and help in keeping this channel alive. And we're doing well. We're feeling good. We got a wonderful community here. So I want to shout out the new members. We got Alexandra G. Thank you so much for joining. We got Brad Guidell. We got Bit Voodoo, Crimson Caravan Company, Sawtooth Hiker, all the true OGs. And just so you know, we got a lot of, there's different badges you'll get. And you'll notice as you progress along the way, the longer you're a member, there's a little beaker that will be next to your name. And that beaker will get more full over time. It initially starts orange and almost empty. And then I think about a month in, then it fills up a little bit. And then the second month fills up more. It's still orange. And then I believe the 4th month or the 6th month, then you get a blue beaker, a blue liquid, and then it fills up more. And then as you progress on, it gets all the way to the point where you got a green, full beaker with just almost neon green, just bubbling with all this information. We got 3 different levels. We have the BitLab Tech, we got the BitLab Professor, and then we got the BitLab Baller. Those are people that just really want to, they really love everything that's going on here, and they want to have some, extra help keeping the lights on and moving forward. Now with the BitLab Tech, you get emojis, and I'm going to be adding emojis because they limit you on the YouTube memberships until you hit a certain threshold of a number of members here in the membership program on YouTube. So I'll be adding some tonight because we're already past the first threshold. You also get emojis and some other access in there as well. And then on the BitLab Professor, you get access to a special part of the Discord, which we're launching this week. We also you're able to vote on certain content that's going to happen each week. So you have a part in shaping the channel, and there's going to be some exclusive area in the members area. If you go to community, where the community area will allow you to see different charts that I'm posting, setups. Also, there's going to be a select streams that we're doing for the BitLab premium members in the Discord. We're going to be giving you access to one of those. I think about one of those a week, and we'll also do a private members only stream that we do exclusively just for the YouTube members here. And there's some other stuff in there as well. It's all listed out, but I want to dive in. First off, we got a lot. We have several more people just signed up. We got Falco signed up. Cade Pulliam signed up. Alexandra G, you gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much for that. This is so fun. And we also see somebody else gave 5 too. I can't see. A Sawtooth Hiker gifted 5 memberships. Shout out to everybody here. I appreciate all y'all's love and support so much. Now, I think we need to dive in to some of the stuff we want to talk about today. Now, first off, is it crypto pump season? If you think it's crypto pump season, throw a Santa Claus emoji in chat. That's just the traditional ones. If you think it's Bitcoin season still, if you're a member, throw that BitLab emoji in there. If you're feeling good, throw that emoji in there with just my face smiling with the sunglasses. But we got some good data from the previous cycles of Bitcoin and crypto markets in the 4th quarter that suggests there is a possibility based on historic data. It doesn't mean it has to play out. There is a possibility that we may have a wonderful pumpamental type of season. Now, will that play out, or will that be a data point used against us? Because as this market matures, and there's more monetary energy that's needed to create the velocity and the pressure we need to move up or move down, there's a lot of hope involved, because everybody knows, or at least we think we know, that this market is going to explode over time. And so even if that's going to be the case, it doesn't mean it has to break away right when the data from historical charts says that it's likely. So if everybody thinks it's likely, that's when that chop comes in the opposite direction. A great example of this is actually, where would that chart be? I think it's right here. This is Bitcoin ETH. Is it here? Yeah, it's right here. So I shared this in the premium Discord the other day. This is pre-halving. This is a halving right here. This is Ethereum. I want you to notice something. Everybody gets excited. In fact, this is a great pump. Look at this. 370% pump to the upside, followed by a 68% drop. See this? Pump up, drop down to this level, only to then pump again, 151%, only to then get sold off again, 68, 69% into the halving. Then we pumped into, we had a sell off into the halving and then a pump out of the halving, ultimately till we really get that really strong uptrend. So we got to pay attention to that. Let's see. Sorry about that. Come on. There we go. Man, look at all those beakers in chat. I love it. We got the rockets. We got the my face emoji. We got this is going to be fun. And by the way, those of you that are BitLab professors, you're going to be able to also help vote on the different emojis that come in as well as the content. But I just wanted to point this out. This chart right here is important because this shows you the market doing everything it can to shake people out and take advantage of those emotions of it going up only to reverse back down. Now, oh, it's going to go back down, commit some low, and then it goes back up, commit some long, and then it goes. Don't get stuck in the chop. That's my point here. So before we continue any further, if you haven't yet, head over to my Twitter page right here at Kelly Kellam, Kelly Kellam. You can see all my information right over there. Now, what we want to, Now, what we also want to do, make sure you head over to the BitLab Academy page right here at Academy BitLab. Hit that retweet, hit that like button, show some love, and shout out to all the members in here. Not only the people that subscribe to the channel, but also all you that are joining the new membership. The link is up above if you want to get involved and help, keep us driving forward and being able to. We're trying to bring on a couple more team members as well to drive some of the content because there's. It's not just being on here for 30 minutes or an hour a day. We also have the Discord. We also have resources we're trying to build and cheat sheets, meaning resource reference sheets for different patterns and building out new content in the Academy. So it really does take a village. And I just want to say how much I love and appreciate each and every one of you. Now, I want to talk about something. Remember right over here when this market just dumped, everybody thought this was going to 100,000. And look what happened. This was the Chinese mining ban. Everybody thought, oh, Bitcoin's dead, especially if you're watching any of the traditional media. How many times has Bitcoin died? I can't even remember. Bitcoin. Bitcoin has died 474 times. Go here. Look at all these different times it has died. I mean, This is only 1 year. If we go like this is how many times traditional media and other news outlets, people out there have said, oh my God, Bitcoin's dead. And what is it done through all of this? Just push higher, sell off, provide another opportunity, push higher, sell off, provide another opportunity, push up, sell off, another opportunity, push up, sell off. Great opportunity, best opportunity. I would argue this recent bear market has provided the best opportunity we've ever seen in Bitcoin. Why is that? Price is so much higher than it was back when it was $200 or $80. The difference is the risk-adjusted nature of where Bitcoin is now comparatively, with, back here in 2017 or all the way back in 2018, all the way back here in 2014, all the way back in 2011. It was still thought of as very, very, very experimental. We have proven that we've had these explosive runs to the upside, only to sell off and provide a very scary opportunity, but an opportunity nonetheless for those that are willing to take that orange pill or hold. Push up, sell off. I mean, essentially, we can go like this. We can go We see this level. I'm looking over here at the right, around 191. Next low, 3,440-ish. And then the next low, 16,000-ish. What's going to be the next low? Everybody's so worried that we have bear markets. Don't be worried about it. Don't let that worry. Don't let the lack of data awareness pigeonhole you into thinking that this is scary because it's volatile. The reason why Bitcoin is interesting is because it has these programmed, essentially, volatility cycles that we can understand when a pump is most likely, not the date, not the exact day it's going to start, but the region of time in seasons, in cycles throughout the year, throughout the 3-year and 10-month period, aka the Bitcoin halving cycle. Everybody calls it a 4-year cycle. It happens relatively around the same times. We understand where we're at in the cycle. So let's not get so pigeonholed into fear. And look at this, Chinese mining ban only. What is this right here? This is the hash power, the strength of the network, the strength of the security, and the broad dissemination, that's the word I'm looking for. The broad dissemination of the various different miners on the world network, the computing power that creates the security, that creates the underlying intrinsic value, despite any of the actual trade of currency, the trade of goods, the store of value. The security of the Bitcoin network is an incredible intrinsic value in and of itself. And we can see the higher this is, the more secure the network is and the stronger that network is as well. And we see after this sell-off, bam, look at how high this hash rate has gone. This is incredible. Now, coming over to this chart right here, I just want to remind you, we look at this almost every day. We got to get it through everybody's heads. We got to get it through everybody's heads. This chart should just be a reminder. It doesn't necessarily need to be a map, but it is a reminder that we have smart money accumulation areas and we have hype cycle with no conviction. I don't want to be this type of person that buys up here because I'm finally, okay, yes, it is a good asset because it broke previous all-time highs. No, you're an absolute chump if you're buying at those levels, if you're going to trade out of it because the price goes down. If you're buying at these levels, but you're also buying at these levels and also buying at these levels, then any time's a good time to buy. If you're looking 3, 5, 8, 10, 12 years out, if you're willing to buy and hold, there's no wrong time to buy Bitcoin. If you're going to buy and capitulate, then you need to look at the data in the charts or watch channels like this or watch Crypto Face or Frankie Candles or, all these various people that tell you there are periods in the cycle that give you better probabilistic outcomes if you're going to buy, especially if you have a weak heart in the face of volatility. Now, the caveat with that is if you have a weak sort of disposition in the face of volatility, then it's probably going to be incredibly hard to buy when it's dropping at these levels because it feels like the end of the world. But if you look away from price and go, wow, man, it's 15,000. It was 64,000 before. What if it goes lower? Well, look at how far this fell. How much lower can it go if you look at it in relationship to the previous cycles? This is what I'm trying to get through your heads. Now, this is what I'm concerned about, but I'm not concerned about it in a way that it's making me disinterested in Bitcoin. But this pre-halving pump, we very likely could get up above 38,000 into the 42s, maybe even the 48s and 50, touch this golden pocket. But if that were to happen, I'd be very interested in identifying when the likely pullback is going to be, whether it's before the halving or after. I can't really imagine. It's much less likely that it's going to happen after the halving. So we need to pay attention to this. Now, what are we talking about a pump? Well, we're seeing these huge, let's get back to the chart I was looking at. We've been seeing these huge gains. Oops. Do that every time. We've been seeing these huge gains, and look at this massive pump. And look at this. What line? Shout out to Dan. Since October, the world forgot about taking profits. Why only up since October? I like to see pullbacks. I like to see pullbacks too. But the problem with that is we're coming into a season right now where Everybody's so excited. The majority of people that are in crypto are aware, not everybody, but the majority, every one of you is aware that we have all these Bitcoin spot ETFs on the horizon. We have institutions knocking at the door. We have the fair value accounting rules, FASB, changed this year, which means coming into next year, they're going to be able to hold Bitcoin on their balance sheet and not have to hold it at a loss if it drops for one day in the entire period of the year, which is what was happening previously. So there's so many different things that have changed. The foundation is laid for huge upside, potentially. But then I have a chart for you here in a second, and we have some data that suggests November tends to be pretty good. Well, why is that? Let's think about the seasonality of what happens. We also see dwindling retail sales typically in the summer, and then it starts picking up into the end of Q3. Q4, we have a huge influx of retail sales. Now, why would that be? Granny's Garden, shout out. Welcome to being a BitLab Lab Tech. Thank you for joining the membership here. We're going to get some new emojis today because we already got the threshold. I can't remember if it's 2 or 4 more, but we're going to be adding them as you guys join. So shout out. And I want to see all y'all filling up those beakers next to your names. I might have to change the color on that. Can you guys see the beaker? Or does it just look like a little orange line? Because I have mine on dark mode. I can barely see it. Shout out to the fam here. Boom. But we also got, called out Dan. Thanks again for the super chat, Dan. We got things pushing up. Let's go ahead and go through this, and I'm going to show you some other data. We see Bitcoin pushing up right to a known level. Boom, right in this zone. Look at this. When we break this, which at some point we will, whether or not we pull back first or push up, this is that target zone that we're looking at up here in this 37.8 to the basically $38,000 region. That's the area I'm watching for if this does break to the upside. And in reality, if I had to guess what's going to happen, if I had to place my money on it, it would be something like this, where we get a liquidity move to the upside and then kind of pull back, which would look something like this, and then like this, potentially, and then it's lost. And I'm still looking for this target down here at $33,000, $31,500 to $33,000. Why? Previous high right there. That's what I'm watching for. Now, if we zoom out of this, we look at Ethereum. We have these levels right here on Ethereum. If we zoom out on this a little bit, we could see we have this downtrend resistance right here. We have this bull flag here that has started to break out. Now we need to pay attention to something. Let's go ahead and do Option T from the bottom to the top. Let's draw this up right here. Let's do it conservatively from the bottom side of this flag. A lot of people don't do this. I do this because the market tends to upset people by, I knew I set the target just like I was supposed to and my order didn't get filled. Well, trade a little bit more conservatively and you will front run all those other people trying to take profits. The target out of this is up here at $2,100. If we do this aggressive way from the top here, this is all the way up basically almost 21.2, it's 21.85. Now this actually puts us in the region of this previous high. So there is a possibility of that. But remember what door we have to knock on. This $2,000 level right here, which is also near this previous range high. And we have these 2 order blocks that we're sitting directly under right now. This is Ethereum. And we're starting to push up. We're starting a little bit of a breakout. Now let's go ahead and delete. We can leave that. I just want to do one more little Option T, one more little bull flag right here, and we can measure that out. And we can see the target is right up here to the bottom side of this next order block, which is basically also these range highs right here, 1944. Are we going to get it? Well, we've got a little bit of bearish divergence here on the momentum waves, on the trend fuel, BitLab trend fuel. We have the stochastics angled down currently, but let's go to the 1 hour. I bet they're angled up. Yeah, look at that. They're angled up, but they're starting to roll over a little bit, showing a little bit of weakness. Let's see where the moves come from today. Now let's go over here to XRP. XRP. Look at this. Coming up here right to this level, the 72.4, 72.8. What is that level? Previous level high right here that we broke down from. And where do we go next? Well, we have these 2 order blocks in here that give us a lot of barrier on the way up, because that means that there's a lot of liquidity interest in the order books on the way down here and on the way up and down over here. You see this giant order block and then a secondary order block right in here. So I'm looking for a target right in the zone, 80 cents. Now, I don't have it marked out because we have this previous high right here, but I have a feeling we may get a little bit of a front running of some profit taking there, because this is already a pretty substantial move. come up to there. That's a 50%, 51, 52% move. Now, at some point, we may be pulling back. Option F from the bottom to the top there, where if we were to pull back from there right now, look at this. The golden pocket is just right in this level, right? It's right here. But front running that just a touch would be back to 58 cents. I don't think I'm not in the cards of that really happening in the moment, because we have these IPOs right on the horizon. The IPO for Ripple, a lot of institutional interest. There's a lot of interest based on the institutional involvement, I should say, with XRP, and the fact that they've been winning their court cases. Private rooms, you say? I'm not sure what you're talking about. You are. Oh, I see what you're saying now. Shout out again to all the members out there that have already joined. I got the link up there. We just launched these today. Again, the BitLab text is going to be emojis. It's going to be the badges next to your name. It's going to be some exclusive gifts and stuff that I'm going to do behind the scenes here at Hit Network and BitLab Academy. And then, of course, the BitLab Professor gives you access to a special area of the Discord, not the full premium, but you get, we're going to have stuff in there. And also we're going to be pulling some select charts each week, and member streams, and there's some other stuff in there. It's all listed out. And then of course the BitLab Ballers for those who just want to be super OG helping. And I appreciate you very much. Now let's go ahead and move on. ALGO finally pumped. ALGO finally got this move. Look at this. Boom. From the bottom to the top. Currently, we're up 45%, 46%. And when you know it, look at this. Pushes up. Where are we at right now? Testing this previous high and this order block range that's right above us. Now, if you're interested in these indicators, this is a BitLab trading stack. You can go over to bitlabacademy.com at the top where it says indicators. Go down to BitLab indicators. Join. I think you can still use Give Me 30 for 30% off. You can also join the BitLab Pro, which gives you all access to the premium Discord, all the courses in BitLab Academy, and the indicators. Now, we got a little bit of bearish divergence here. What do I mean by that? Remember, when we have momentum levels lower, we have a high and then a lower high. If we look at these two levels, this is a high, lower high. Now, where's the high here? Look at this. This is high, higher high. So that means the underlying strength is starting to wane a little bit. So it doesn't mean it can't continue going. It means we need to take notice that there is some stuff brewing there. AVAX pushing up just on a steady trajectory here. Is the next target 1333? We're going to come back and test around the lows of this range, break this uptrend, come back, get a little bit of pullback, and then continue. We got a lot going on, but now if we come over here, this chart right here, highest weekly close since May 2022. Now, I want you to pay attention to something. Look at this descending channel and look at where we found resistance. Resistance broke down, came up, resistance, broke through it. We are setting up for an incredible 2024 and 2025 if we're just patient. Sometimes when you look at the chart every day on a 15-minute time frame or a 1-hour time frame, it feels like price is doing nothing. But zoom out, you will see world-changing evolutions in finance and personal financial sovereignty and access to banking for the unbanked in the world, and the ability to transmit funds, across borders near instantaneously. It basically, essentially no fee at all comparatively with the traditional banking system and SWIFT and wires and all this kind of stuff. And the adoption rate is it's right there on the cusp. Now, there was something else I wanted to show you. Where the heck did it go? That was the obituaries. This right here, November. According to tabulations and subsequent calculations by FX Street Team, Bitcoin has recorded average monthly returns of 6.2% in quarter one, 30% in quarter two. This is for every year that it's been out. 4% in quarter three and 93% in quarter four over the last 10 years. The numbers point to Bitcoin garnering momentum between the second and fourth quarters, with Q4, which is what we're in right now, proving to be the best at 93% 0.38. Now we have to take into account in 2013, we had an astronomical run, 479%. Now, of course, we're not accounting for 2010, 2011, 2012, when, I mean, the volatility was just through the roof because there was such little monetary energy in Bitcoin because it was not widely adopted. It was not widely known about. Very few people were involved. So every dollar moved the price. But the point here is we're seeing huge, historically, on average, large gains in Q4. Now, it doesn't mean every year. 2014, we were minus 17%. 2018, we were minus 44%. 2019, minus 13%. 2022, minus 15%. But Novembers have on average 37.96% positive returns. So there's just like right here. It is worth it to recognize all these years. There was no spot Bitcoin ETF proving headwinds for Bitcoin. If history does repeat, and with the current optimism for an approval with the U.S. SEC fueling investors' appetite, November could exceed expectations for the investor. Now, I just want to say caution here. I just want to say caution because there's so much bullish hopium out there, and it feels like all the data points to we have to have absolutely astronomically high God candle returns, and that may be the case. But if you trade with the expectation of that, you are going to be wrecked because it's not always going to line up with exactly what every bit of news says. If everybody's bullish on something, sometimes the max pain is for price to go the opposite direction first, and then go the direction you thought. That's how I lost $70,000 in one trade because I did the TA, all the data, all the news that was surrounding it said price is about to explode. Do you know what happened? Price went down 2 cents beyond my threshold, liquidated me, and then went exactly the direction I thought it was going to go. So my TA was on point, but my risk management was broken. I don't want your risk management to be broken. I don't want your portfolio to be drained to somebody else that has a better strategy. So while all this data suggests that Bitcoin and the crypto market may explode in this holiday season, it doesn't mean that we're not going to get volatility movements, liquidation whipsaws between now and the end of the year or ever. You always need to hedge yourself. Don't throw every single thing, every egg in one basket. Diversify between different assets and also between different strategies, long-term, short-term, trading, long-term store value. Protect yourself and be involved, and you are going to make it in this world. Now, when you, especially in crypto. Now, when you're looking at this chart, things are looking very bullish. We broke back above short-term holder cost basis, back above 200-day moving average, back above the 20-21-week moving average. But we still have not got that retest of this level. When will we get it? We are seeing global liquidity finally rounded out and looking like it's trying to tick higher, which makes sense. We're also going into a holiday season. We're coming into that period where liquidity may be coming into the market. And if Bitcoin's starting that transition to where everybody sees it as a flight to quality, a new regime of finance and sovereignty, agnostic to any government's shenanigans, we may be in for something special here. Now, this is seasonality. This is looking at Q4. This is Q4 right here every year. So while I just mentioned how we've had, the average is high, it doesn't, if you look at these, each time you have these yellow bars, look at this massive drop that happened in Q4. Look, okay, we had a bit of a drive up here. This is having large drive up here, consolidation. We're right here. Are we going to get a large drive up here, consolidation into Q4? We also had look at this, exponential returns here, and then sell off, continued sell off in Q4. Exponential returns, sell off. So really, so when you're looking at these monthly averages and you're looking at a seasonal average of November or Q1 or Q4, and you say, oh, this data shows that this quarter or this month tends to on average perform this way, zoom out for a moment and ask yourself which part of Bitcoin's market cycle, the 4-year halving cycle, is this current, that whether you're talking about today, November 6, 2023, or maybe 6 months from now, or maybe a year and a half from now, whenever you watch this video, if you're not watching it live. Ask yourself what part of the market cycle are you in relationship to where the Bitcoin halving cycle is? And then say, does this data set that screams huge bullishness, is that going to be most relevant to where we're at in the cycle now? Or are we in one of those bearish pullback, those setting up positions for the opportunity for the next bull run? Because far too many people look to the hopium far too often and then get themselves in a position at the wrong part of the market cycle. And I want you to succeed. So I love you all. I appreciate you all. And again, special shout out to every single one of you. New members here on BitLab Academy. If you haven't yet, you want to join there's a link in the top, pinned in the top of the description there. And again, if you're watching anywhere else, make sure you head over to BitLab Academy, youtube.com/@BitLab Academy. Come watch us here, join us here, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, ding the bell. And you know what I mean? Join us in the Discord, join us around our community. This is all about encouragement, strategy, and everybody that is in the premium Discord. We have another live one today at noon. I will see you in there. It's over there. The link is down in the description for Discord. If you want to join the free section, don't switch. We can see we've got all kind of stuff in here from charts and setups, and we have different pro traders talking about different things they're looking at and the trades they're about to take, and chart requests and stock news. We have such a wonderful community here, and I just want to tell you all, I love you all. I appreciate you all. I got to run over to the new set for Discover Crypto. We're rolling it out live today. It's going to be me and Drew and DZ. Tomorrow, I believe, is going to be Josh and DZ and somebody else, I forget. But I love you all. Come drop some positivity in the Discover Crypto chat when we're in there. And again, shout out again to Granny's Garden being a member, Dan for the super chat, Sawtooth Hiker for the 5 gifted memberships. Big shout out, big love. Cade Pulliam, thank you very much. Falco, Alexandra G, Sawtooth Hiker, Crimson Caravan Company, Bit Voodoo, Brad Guidell. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Look forward to more emojis I'm going to add this afternoon. And I think I might need to add another stream in the evenings here on YouTube, just to get us all together. I love you all. I appreciate you. That's all I got. Make sure to hit that like button. And I hope you're having a wonderful day. See you over on Discover Crypto. Adios. Adios, muchachos. Thank you for coming. Thank you for always tuning in. Check out bitlabacademy.com. Hit that like button, sucker.